the Kobayashi Maru. First off, bear in mind, most rescue missions take 8 hours to get to their appointed destination. I won't be dealing with the full 8 hours because I doubt I could get you to sit there that long. So, you do the math. First off, we just got the message. Comm staff, I want you to go get a probe, put a communications array on it. Tactical, as soon as we get off out of warp, shoot it towards the Klingon space. I want science teams and engineering staff. I want you all to go to the transport shuttles. I want you to use their deflector arrays and modify them so that we can link our teleporter systems up to it. We're gonna act like this was back when Kirk's day. So we're gonna, instead of 7 transporters, we're only gonna deal with 4 transporters. And as we know, they're 20 foot each, can roughly take about 15 person each time. Takes about 5 seconds for each transport. We're gonna cut that down. Tactical, I want all crew to get onto, I want you to go online and have over the intercom tell all the personnel off duty to get out of the common areas and go back to their quarters. Engineering and science crew, I need you to go and modify their deflector arrays so that we can bounce off the signals through them as if an on-site site-to-site transport while never needing to turn off the transporter array. This way we can keep a steady flow. There are 185 members on this crew. Shuttlecraft for transport shuttles and shuttlecraft security shuttles. I want all of you out the door on this. I want everybody to be scanning through the neutron sub visuals. Do not show as if you know where they are, because we know we can see them through that, the disturbances. But work in accordance. Security vessels, defend the shuttlecraft, the transport shuttles. I want, if the most we can do is, I want 4 transport shuttles on their deck when we arrive, just in case we can't get them all out in the first transport. That way, when we go and if we have to put shields up, we're not leaving anybody behind. Because as you know, our tractor beam cannot work when the shields are up. Now, security vessels, defend them from any disturbances. Tactical, you'll be watching our flank. Have all men, all personnel at stations. Alright, as you know, we've been at warp. Why wouldn't we have been? This is a priority message. So, as we get there, first thing, I want the shuttlecraft out the door. Tactical, fire the probe towards the Klingons. We're gonna get in contact with their, put a beacon saying we want to talk to their supreme counselor or supreme president, whatever they have, the emperor. We don't know if we would know that in Kirk's day. Then, shuttlecraft, you launch right away so that by the time we get there, we are not stopping. We are going to put the tractor beam on it and we're going to start transporting as soon as they're in range, even long before we get into transport or into tractor beam range. Now, from the first movie, from the Star Trek 2009, I believe it was 9 seconds, 9 to 13 seconds before the first Klingons had come into it from when they've been talking, and it jumped to that scene. So roughly, when that was them stopping and, pulling up, we are going to be doing an low impulse grab of this station. Communication, I want you online with their communication as fast as possible, because they'll be in range long before our teleporters are, let alone our tractor beam. Tell the majority of the crew to get to the landing docks. That way, we can get them in tractor pull. All of this in circumference order should go faster than, because with 15 people each transporter at 4 transporters, that's 60 people a time. That means roughly 4 transports. That's 20 seconds. With our continuous pull and unable to, without needing to circulate and stop each transport using the shuttles to do each transport, we have 64 transport shuttles. Each one has 10 seats in it. So generally, we should be able to go. That's 164 times 10 is 640. We're only dealing with 185 people. We should be able to transport them in no time with no problem, in under 3 seconds. By this calculation, we will have no problem moving those men and getting the ship out of there without any, before the Klingons even uncloak. Because we have 9 seconds before they uncloak. We should be en route and transporting long before we get there. So we would be transporting long before the scene turns on where Kirk even says anything, let alone gets fired upon. We will already be dragging the ship by those even come close. Now you have to bear in mind that was a serious Klingon Council ship, so we know what they have around them. But we've never seen that far, and by all accounts we'll have the crew and all the shuttles can go warp, so we'll have shields up and everybody getting out of there long before we get into a firefight. And as soon as they start, they'll be in the Federation space, meaning it'll be an act of war. So there it is, the Kobayashi Maru in under a second.